Hey there, you YouTubers, it's Blackwing Servant here with my new updated Blackwing deck. And this new one, I placed first place at my locals with it. I went 5-1, and I placed third place. I went 4-2, I believe. It was either 4-2 or 5-2, I can't remember. I faced like agents and dark roads, plants. I beat dark roads and the plants and agents too. Actually, I just faced multiples and I lost to one of them. All right, so. There's a couple of changes, not much. Actually, yeah, there is like 5 changes, so you guys will see it when I go through. Alright, to start off, 3 Shuras, main guy of the deck, starts off most of the combos. You attack with him. You can either collude to get over those big monsters, or if it's a small monster, you just attack. Special summon your value, synchro for 5, get Catastor. Or if you're really desperate, go into Armor Master, special summon Gale. Or if you have Zephyros in the graveyard, you can attack with this guy. Special summon Kalut and then pop Kalut back to the hand to special summon Zephyros and exceed for 4. Alright. Triple Bora. Special summons himself if you control another Blackwing. And he does piercing damage, so it's good against plants. Get to exceed 2. Triple Blizzard. I definitely suggest that all Blackwing players run 3 because he's too good. He's good late game. He's not so great early game, but you could always use him for Allure Fodder or Cards of Black Feathers if you run that card. He's an instant level 6, so I don't see a downside to him, really. He's just really, really good. Alright, next, 2 Sirocco, same, normal summon, pump up, shenanigans. Alright, 1 Zephyros. Good guy. He's in the grave, starts off a lot of combos. Pop Gale, use Gale's effect, pop him back to the hand, special summon Zephyros, special summon Gale again, uses effect again. He's a really good card. 1 Gale, staple. 1 Kalut, a really good card. You get over the beaters, use them in combination with Shura, and just special summon, go for balls. 1 Value, staple. Don't if you're not running Value Turbo, I would not suggest running more than 1 Value. Even though I have been thinking about running 2, but so far, it just seems like he becomes a dead draw a lot if you have him at more than 1. So I wouldn't recommend it. Alright, next card. Gore's, staple. 1 Dad. Really good card in this deck. There's a lot of graveyard control, so you can bring him out pretty easily. Now onto the spells. Triple Pot of Duality, staple for Blackwings, We can either go aggro or we could do defensive, because of Icarus and all that other stuff. Double MST, staple, you don't need 3, you already have 3 Icaruses. Double Smashing Ground, I take this card. Gets over a lot of stuff, gets over Thunder King if you don't have Sirocco in your hand, gets over Doomcal. And it just gets over annoying monsters if you could just want to go for game and your opponent has like 1700 life points left. Just summon Bora or Shura and just swing for game. Black Roller, staple. 1 Allure, staple. 1 Mind Control. I put it in the deck because I got more synchros now in my extra deck, so I have more options. And it's just a really good card. Plus, it can clear your opponent's field sometimes for you to just attack for game. 1 Monster Reborn, staple. 1 Heavy Storm, staple. 1 Dark Hole, staple. Alright, now on to traps. Triple Icarus attack. Heart and Soul of the deck. We weren't doing so well with this thing at 2, but now that it's back at 3, even with Starlight Road, like, roaming around, we can still, like, survive or whatever. Just blow up back row. You don't really go for monsters that much since you need, like, monsters for Shura and for Sirocco, and for Gale too, so because you don't want his effect to go to waste. So, really good card. 2 Solemn Warnings, staple. I'll tech 2 Bottomlesses, because there's a lot of big monsters out there now, like freaking Thunder King Ryos, Doom Caliber Knights, anything that has over 1500, and it works on Exceeds too, so for those annoyances, like it's your opponent's turn and the only card you have face down is Bottomless Trap Hole and they exceed into Zen Mains, you activate this card, then they activate Zen Mains as effect at the end turn, they have to blow up something on their side of the field, so even in this format it's still a good card. For me anyways, and it's been working out great. 1 Solemn Judgment, staple. Mirror Force, staple, and 1 Trap Dust Shoot, staple. Now onto the extra deck. 1 ally, Justice Decisive Armor, easy to get into in Blackwings. You know, normal summon Blizzard, special summon Shura from Grave, Justice summon Boris, Synchro for 10. 1 Stardust Dragon, staple. 1 Dark End, staple. 1 Silverwind, synchro with Armor Master and Value in the graveyard. Black Rose, staple. Double Armor Masters. Double Armed Wing. 1 Gaia Knight. 1 Catastor. 1 Silverwind. And 1 Utopia. I'm getting my Brio sometime tomorrow, so that'll be great. I'm trying to go to this tournament on Sunday. Cool stuff here in Florida. They're having a tour guide tournament. First place gets a tour guide. 3 tour guides. Second place gets 2 tour guides, and so on and so on. So that's really cool. Side deck. My 2 Gorse tokens. Depends on how I feel which one I bring out. 2D Crows, you know, for Dark World, plants, and other decks out there that are just rely on the graveyard too much. Prohibition stops a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. The important stuff. 2 Noblemen for GKs. 1 Soul Release. I like Soul Release because, like, late game, early game, it's always a good card. Because if your opponent has something in the graveyard, like, they have a Light in the Dark, and they're planning to bring out Envoy or Chaos Sorcerer later on in the game, you know, you just Soul Release, remove their whole graveyard, and they're like, what am I supposed to do now? I have nothing good in there. And it just wrecks plants and other stuff. So I think it's pretty good. 1-Dimensional Fissure for Dark Worlds. I sided out the Dark Bribes, decided not to main them anymore because giving my opponent +1 sometimes we were like, it was a really bad decision. One time I gave my opponent a +1, he drew into Envoy. I was like, I scooped. So yeah, it's good for like side cards against like Final Countdown or something. 1 Gozen Match, plants. 1 Macrocosmos, Dark Worlds again. 2 Mind Crushes. I was maining these at one point, but then I decided not to. I put in the bottomless over it. Mind Crush is good because there's cards like Pot of Duality out there, Gates of Dark World when you use it with Snow. A lot of stuff out there that searches, and you know what's in your opponent's hand, so you get to see it, and you get to minus them, so it's always a good card. And if you side it in and you open up with that and Dust Shoot, it's so good. 1 Light Imprisoning, I'm getting a second one, so yeah, I gotta replace something else in my side deck with it. Good against agents and like Swords. 1 Royal Oppression, just because it's too good. Nah, I'm just messing. I just have it as my lucky card. I don't like run it or anything, because that would be cheating. Well guys, that's the deck. Comment, like, tell me what you guys think. Also tell me if you like the mat. I finally got one, you know. Whatever his name is, Leviathan, I think. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Have a great day.